Yes guys, what is happening and welcome back to another YouTube video. So finally getting around to going through what happened on the marathon day. All the footage that I've got, I will showcase it in this video. So I'll post in this video some of the footage that I got. Again, I can't even remember what I did get from like point A at the start to like halfway. I was recording every 5 kilometers and then that's when stuff went wrong. And from there, I didn't even film the rest of the race. I didn't film the finish. I didn't finish the rest of the day. I haven't even picked up the camera since then. The reason for that is I just simply didn't want to. I wanted to spend a couple of days reflecting, seeing what went well, seeing what went wrong. I was very, very, very disappointed. I was gutted. I was emotional. I was upset about what had happened. So I'm going to go through what exactly happened during this video. So let's go right the way back to the start. And the goal for this race was to break sub 4 hours, and that was originally it was 4:15, which would have been 15 minutes faster than my current marathon pace or marathon time. I would have been really, really happy with that. But throughout the process of training, it was very easy to think that, I could break 4 hours here quite comfortably. And after doing the 26K and the 30K and the 34K, it was definitely achievable to do that. And then secretly, between my close circle, so a couple of guys that I run with, Abby of course, I was aiming for a 3:45 to 3:50. And why that was is because I ran a 34K at the same pace that I would have run a 3:45 at. So I only had 8 kilometers on top of that, and I felt fine with the 34K. I felt absolutely normal. Yes, I was a little bit fatigued and stuff like that, but even taking into account slowing down a little bit, I would have came in at around 3:50. So that was really my secret aim. But I didn't want to put that pressure on myself and say that out loud. I wanted to just keep that between my inner circle. So that's where the race started. So for anyone who doesn't know, to run a 3:45, that pace is around 5 minutes, 20 seconds per kilometre. And that's something I can maintain. As I said, that's something that I maintained throughout the whole 34K. That's something that I maintained throughout the 26K, the 30K. The long runs that I did, I maintained that pace. So I went out at that pace. I went out at around 5:30 to 5:20. I made sure that I wasn't creeping down towards the 5:10s, but I was staying around 5:20, and I was bang on pace for the first half of the marathon. Like I was bang on 5 minute 20 average kilometers. And then I took my normal gels, I took my normal chews, I hydrated at every single station. And then 25K hit and I just absolutely bonked. There's just no other way to put it. And it wasn't even necessarily like I was tired, it was my stomach. So I don't know what went wrong, but I had cramp in my stomach, I had a stitch in my stomach, and I can't explain the feeling, but it just didn't go away. And it wasn't anything to do with needing the toilet or anything like that, like bowel movements, nothing to do with that. I didn't even go to the toilet after the race. It was cramp and stitch and maybe dehydration, I'm unsure. But basically what that resulted in was from around 25 kilometers right the way through till the end, which was 42.2, I couldn't run more than 300 meters without stopping. And the reason for that is because of the pain that I was getting in my stomach. And if you've ever run that distance before, you know that it's actually easier to run than to stop. And what I mean by that is as soon as you stop running, your legs start to cramp up. So what do you think was happening every time that I would stop is that I'd start to get cramp in my legs, I'd have to sort that, and then I'd get the pain in my stomach, then that would ease off, and then I would run again, and then I'd get the pain again, and I'd cramp up, and that cycle just repeated for the next 20, or whatever it is, 18K, or whatever it might have been, which is not ideal. So I ended up coming in at 4:02 on my Strava, on my watch. The course was a little bit longer, and we were speaking to a few people about this. It's around 42.8K or something. It was quite a big difference between this stopping and then me chip time. I think my chip time was around 4 hours and 5 minutes. But my Strava was definitely right, and I'm going for around 4:02. So between 4:02 and 4:05. That's where we sort of finished. So I'm going to input here the footage that I got from the race just to show you how comfortable I was towards the middle of the race. So check it out. Walking down to the start line with a couple of the gang. Let's get it done. And for the record, it is 8:06. The race hasn't started yet, and I'm aiming secretly for a 3:45. So let's see what happens by the end. So this is it, we've parted ways with the lads, so just getting put into our little gate now. I'm grey gate, which I don't know what it is. I don't remember if it's 4 hours or sub 4 hours, but I can't remember. But yeah, in grey, Ben's down in blue, and Gaz is behind in the purple. So yeah, let's go. In, feeling good, pace is on point, just going past the new camp, so not a bad place to run at all. Just coming up to the 10k mark now, average pace 5:18, so on point, feel okay. Just got to keep this going, keep fueling. It's a little bit hot, but it is what it is. Let's go. So halfway through now, 21k. Average pace is still around 5:21. That took 1 hour 52 minutes, so feel alright. Got a little bit of a stitch, which hopefully starts to go, but I'm gonna chill out in the gels a little bit and see if that helps. And then yeah, sun's coming out. It's getting hotter. It's getting harder. But this is where it matters. Let's go. So as you can see, it was starting to get difficult around the 21k, just getting a little bit of a light stitch, and then as I said, as soon as we got down by the beach, I just had to stop, and then that was it. That's all I can say, but again, I was gutted, really was, still am, but again, the big takeaway I think, and it comes down to perspective, is I'm able to run a marathon. I'm actually able to use my legs. I'm actually able to be in Barcelona, have the freedom to go to Barcelona and run a marathon regardless of whatever time I got. And again, I don't know if people have seen the quote on social media that someone messaged me, which again is a massive quote, is that, you know, every bad mile that I ran, there might have been 3 or 4 people who I've inspired in some way. So if that's the case, then I'm absolutely over the moon. So yeah, as I said, tough, shit happens. But we sort of reassess what to do now, and then we go again. So yeah, again, I just want to say thank you for everyone who supported this. Obviously the marathon prep series has now finished because the marathon's finished, but as soon as I assess what we're doing next, we'll be straight into the next sort of goal, which I'll be thinking about the rest this week while I'm recovering and resting up, and then we get to set sail on what we want to do again. And again, thank you for your support. If you found this useful, please do drop it a like, please do comment on it, share it, whatever. It does go a long way. And yeah, I'll catch you very soon in the next one. Thank you very much.